Welcome back, or welcome, and let's do a little bit of a Q&A today. Let's see what you're gonna find out about me today. I have no secrets, but you probably also don't know everything about me. Let's see what we unearth. The first question, and I get asked this a lot, especially in TikTok lives, is my relationship status. Do I have a boyfriend? No, I do not. I am single. It's been a really long time since I was in a relationship. I've gone on a few dates over the last few years, but yeah, it was not it in the end. I have some stories about that. One of them is kind of borderline stalkery, but I think that's maybe something for another time. But yeah, I am single. I do not have a boyfriend. I am not dating at the moment. I'm just like, no, no. I have more important things to do right now. I would rather focus on my career and on friendships right now. And if at some point the right guy comes along, then we'll see. We'll see. The next question is, what's my favorite song? I get asked this a lot too, and I have to always say that I have a lot of favorite songs. Like I have all-time favorite songs, and then I have a current favorite song like that I'm binge listening to on repeat and repeat and repeat until I can't hear it anymore. But my all-time favorite song would probably be Spring Day by BTS. I love that song so much. I am BTS Army, so it makes sense. Spring Day is just... Not Today's is another one. Like, I feel like there are two sides of the same coin. They're also on the same album, so it makes sense. Spring Day is kind of the sadder one, and Not Today is kind of the don't give up, heck no, absolutely not kind of version. And I really, really love those two. My current obsession songs would probably be Stray Kids songs. I've been listening to a lot more Stray Kids since Do It came out. I've been seeing it all over social media, Do It, like the Stray Kids dance challenges they're doing. I've been seeing that a lot. And Do It is, I love Do It. And Escape, also by Stray Kids, so Bangtan and Hyunjin. That one was already one of my obsession songs about a year ago, or just under a year ago, when I think it came out in like March or something. I don't remember exactly, but I listened to it a lot. So these, and now it's returning. These are my current obsession songs, but my favorite songs would still be Spring Day and Not Today. Next question is my top 3 TV series. First, and actually they're not really in a particular order, but they're just the order that I am thinking of them. Number 1 would be Gilmore Girls. I love to watch it. I love rewatching it. I've seen it like dozens of times. I know this is not an exaggeration. Love Gilmore Girls. It's just so cozy, you know? So comforting. It's like it's autumn and you have a cup of tea and you have your favorite snack, and and you're cuddled up in a blanket, reading your favorite book, listening to your favorite music. That's the feeling that Gilmore Girls gives me. I love it. Number 2 would probably be The Rookie. I love The Rookie, and season 8 is now coming out. I need to know what happens next. I love The Rookie. I've been watching it for years, and I love rewatching it every other year maybe. I've seen season 7. I've enjoyed the entire show. Some seasons a little bit more, some seasons a little bit less. That's just the way it always goes. But generally speaking, this is one of my favorite series, and it could go on for like 25 seasons. That would be okay for me. Absolutely. Number 3 would be White Collar. This one that is not quite as popular, maybe. I first watched it nearly a decade ago, around the time when the 7th season was coming out. It's a white collar FBI type thing. So it is still FBI. It's still kind of like who did it, but it's so good. It's about a master thief working together with an FBI agent. It's so good. And what I like about White Collar is There is very little brutality in it, even though it's an FBI series, and that's very rare. I really enjoy that because sometimes I'm not in the mood for the darkness of something like The Rookie. I feel like The Rookie is still pretty lightweight most of the time for a cop show, but if you want something even lighter and way, way less violent, there's very few guns, then White Collar is a good option. Also, the main actors do such a fantastic job. There are 7 seasons of it. Perfectly binge-worthy. Another question I have here is, who's my favorite singer? And this is a really tough question to answer because I have so many. There are so many good singers out there that I'm just always like blown away by people. There are so many indie artists who are also really fantastic singers. I listen to a lot of indie artists. I myself am an indie artist, so this makes sense. I'm kind of in a community of indie artists, especially on Threads. And there's some really fantastic voices on there in very different directions. Ones that I would mention are definitely Katara. She's an indie artist. And RMFM. She is also an indie artist. They have fantastic voices. I personally really enjoy Jimin and Jungkook's voices, their vocal tones. I really like listening to them. I really like listening to their solo music. I really like Sabrina Carpenter. I think she's kind of underestimated as a singer a little bit because she's actually pretty good as a singer. She's not just very good at branding and having fun songs and good music, but she's also a really decent singer. Chapel Roan, obviously, she has a fantastic voice. She's really good at what she does. Oh, there's just so many good singers out there. Steve Perry from Journey, one of the best vocalists in rock music history, obviously. Freddie Mercury too. If we mention Steve Perry, we have to mention him too. The list could be continued endlessly. I personally also really enjoy Beyonce, Alicia Keys. Who else do I listen to? Pink. I love Pink. So many wonderful vocalists that I personally really enjoy listening to, and this is not an exhaustive list. There are still so many more. What did I want to become as a kid? Well, I wanted to be a singer that I can recollect since I was 5 years old. So kind of a long time. I am 28 now, FYI. Of course, over the years, sometimes my career choices changed and what I wanted to be changed. I also wanted to be a princess when I was 5. But the singer one is the one that's been consistent. The author one has also been consistent since I was maybe about 13. And I am a published author too. When I was like maybe around 9, 10, 11, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I still find the ocean and the animals that live in it absolutely fascinating, even though I'm kind of scared of the ocean because what the freak is hiding down there? Why did they stop investigating? They didn't completely stop, but there might be things down there that we don't want to know about. Then I wanted to be a lawyer a little bit after that. Then I returned to, honestly, just creativity. I want my career to be creativity. I currently work part-time as a library assistant, and that's really nice too. But in the end, the career goal is to be a full-time singer, frankly. Full-time singer and author. That, nothing else. That would be the dream. I hope it happens someday. The next question is nicknames. Not everybody knows this. Some people do though. My artist name is already a nickname. Patty is a nickname. It's the kind of easier version of my actual name, which I don't know if you can read it on the diploma up there. I think it might just not be visible. My full name is Patricia. I am Austrian, so technically it's an Italian name, but it's pronounced in the German way. Yeah. So Patty is honestly really the only nickname that's still in use. I had some childhood nicknames. They haven't been in use for a really long time. My idea of a perfect date. A perfect first date for me is actually something pretty casual, like sussing the person out, especially if I don't really know them very well yet. So it would be like a coffee date, a walk through the park or something like that. I don't want to go full on dinner time and all that jazz instantaneously. That would be a second date for me. A perfect date with somebody that I've already known a bit and we've gone on a handful of dates together. Maybe he would cook something and we would watch a movie. It would be cozy, simple. When it comes to these kinds of things, I'm not a very complicated person. I just want to be taken care of. This is a good one. 3 things I hate about myself. And it feels like I bring all the trauma, mama. I bring trauma, mama. Oh my gosh. So 3 things I hate about myself would be that I don't know how to take breaks. I'm really, really bad at it. I've been trying really hard to get better, and sometimes I succeed. Sometimes I do not. That's sad. Another thing, I used to be super perfectionistic. I am not as much so anymore, but I still put a lot of pressure on myself. Like when I judge other people, and I wouldn't necessarily say I judge them, but if people are extremely lazy, but they constantly complain about not reaching any goals, I do think to myself, then why aren't you just doing something about it? I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a judgmental person. I love taking people the way they are, and I love being accepting of people because I wish somebody had been accepting of me the way I am, and I was as a kid. Would have made things a lot easier. But yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself. So if I judge somebody, if somebody feels like I'm judging them by harsh standards, I judge myself by standards that are like 100 times harsher, at the very least. So yeah, I'm not a judgmental person though. That's something I enjoy about myself. I grew up in a very judgmental family, but I have chosen to not be this way. It's not very good for your mental health. A third thing that I don't like about myself, sometimes I put other people too much above myself and my own needs. Like I will drop everything the second somebody asks for help. And that, of course, that can also be a good thing, but it can be to the detriment of my own needs and myself. I try to not do it so much, and I try to sometimes say no, but it's hard. I want people to feel like I've got their back and like they can rely on me, especially if they really need help. I still need to, it's a balancing act. I still need to find a way where I can say no sometimes, and that doesn't mean that I won't have your back, especially in an emergency situation. Oh gosh. Trauma, 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 trauma. And now 3 things that I love about myself. I love how much of a drive I have. And this is not something that I'm actively doing. That's just something I have. Like I want to be a singer so bad. Like I want to do this for a living so bad. And that's not something that I really consciously choose to do. It's just in me. It's just like, you gotta do it. You gotta keep doing it. This is your everything. This is your life. This is your dream. It's just out of reach right now. So every step I take, I feel like I'm getting a little bit closer to actually reaching it. And that's, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. What else do I like about myself? Well, I do like that I am helpful to others. I like helping other people. I like doing things for them. I feel like acts of service is how I often show my love to others. I don't have as easy a time with things like physical affection. That's just not something I grew up with. So that's something I struggle with a little more. But acts of service, I'm really, really good at that. I'm also good at words of affirmation. I'm really good at that too. I put that into my songs too, because y'all need to be reaffirmed too. As much as possible. You need to know how awesome you are. I obviously there is a third one. There are many things that I do like about myself, and that has been a process too. But I can't think of one right now. Like a word or a phrase. What else do I like about myself? Maybe that I'm really organized. really good at being organized. No, actually, I like more about myself how creative I am, how much creativity there is in me when I allow myself to let it out. I'm organized and that helps in everything that I do. But I love about myself that I'm creative. The organization part just helps. It's useful. It's very useful because I know quite a few quite a few artists and singers who are not very organized people. And for me, I would say it's also kind of more of a slightly chaotic, organized, and creative chaos involved there sometimes, but generally speaking, I'm pretty decently organized. Somebody asked what my zodiac sign is. I am. You can take your guess in the comments what zodiac sign I am and what zodiac sign you think I represent. I often get misinterpreted as what zodiac sign I might be. I've had a lot of different ones what people think I might be. I am a Cancer. A Cancer sun and rising and a Scorpio moon, if I'm not wrong. So there is a Scorpio in there, and I sometimes get mistaken as a Scorpio. So you're not completely wrong if you guessed that. I am a Cancer, though. I do feel like there's a lot of stereotypes about Cancers that are not necessarily true for a lot of us. Like there's maybe one or two that apply to a Cancer, but I am not a very super emotional person. I am not somebody who's always crying or always gushing over fictional men or something like that. There's so many stereotypes I feel like are just not really applicable to me. Or honestly to any of the Cancers I know, because I know so many Cancers. I like a lot of Cancers. A lot of my friends are Cancers. Like one or two of the stereotypes maybe apply to each one of them, but a different one to each. And none of them really fulfill the full stereotype. So maybe it needs a little bit of reworking. Maybe. On behalf of all Cancers. I am a Cancer. Yeah. I was born on 15th of July. So I'm towards the tail end of the Cancer. What was the first K-pop song I ever listened to? I'm not entirely sure, actually. It was a BTS song that I consciously listened to and chose to listen to. It was definitely a BTS song. I'm just not entirely sure which one it was. The ones I remember sticking out while I was listening to them, like the first 2-3 days that I dove into them, which was crazy weekend, a crazy, crazy weekend. Black Swan stuck out to me as somebody who was doing a music degree at that point. I was studying my master's of music at the time when I discovered them. And obviously we had to analyze a lot of classical music and stuff like that. Listening to Black Swan was really refreshing because it has those elements kind of towards classical music. But it's a really beautiful song. I feel like out of BTS's singles, it's maybe one of their more underestimated ones. And I really, really love Black Swan. Also, the music video is just very beautiful. Yeah, cannot deny that. Another one that I really enjoyed was watching On and listening to On, but I feel like with On it was more because I saw the Kinetic Manifesto film first. The choreo is just insane. I also remember listening to Dynamite. That was one of the first songs that I listened to, maybe even the first one. And I was not really very convinced, frankly. Like, I was like, if that is K-pop, then maybe not. Maybe not. Dynamite, I do kind of enjoy Dynamite now. Like, it's silly, it's fun, it's not that deep, but it's not anywhere near one of my favorite songs. It's not really a song that I choose to listen to. Like in my own time when I'm enjoying music. BTS has hundreds of other songs to choose from that I'd rather listen to. I personally like Butter more and Permission to Dance too. Permission to Dance, I know a lot of people didn't like that one, but I just vibe with that one. It's so funny, it's so silly, it's just fun. Everyone has their different vibes that they prefer. I think sonically, Butter was the most interesting one. And for me, PTD was the most fun one out of those 3 English ones. But yeah, the first ones that I remember positively enjoying were definitely Black Swan, On, and I think there might have been Fake Love in there too. I think that was in there too. Those were definitely the ones that made me more curious and maybe like, maybe I should learn their names. And that was that. Almost 5 years later, here we are. It's been a roller coaster, and now they're coming back this year, and I'm so curious what they're going to sound like. Like, what direction are they going? Are they continuing someplace where they left off, like The Most Beautiful Moments in Life, or something more in the direction of Blood, Sweat, and Tears? Or are we getting something a little bit more fun? Or are we getting something a little more in the direction of like the slightly heavier but also fun and rocky songs like Run BTS? Who knows? Who knows? I'm really curious, and it's not that long left now. It's not even 3 months. It's like 2.5 months until it comes out. We'll see. And the last question that I got is, when am I publishing? And I wanted to keep this one for last. When am I publishing new music? I will be publishing a collaboration, hopefully sometime sometime in February. We don't know exactly yet. I don't know when we're going to meet next, and then we're going to finalize all the details, like the collaborator and I. Then we're going to finalize all the details, and then we will know when that's going to happen. Yeah, I'm curious about when it's going to happen too. It's been in the works for over a year. And I'm really curious to share this with you because it's dance pop. I've never done dance pop at all before. It definitely sounds different than what I usually do, but not completely different. So you're still gonna recognize my voice, obviously. As for my own music, I'm probably going to be releasing 3 singles leading up to the next EP, which will come out probably in May, June sometime. Stay tuned for that. A shift is coming. A shift is coming. I look forward to sharing the new music with y'all. It is still me, but a little bit darker. A little bit angrier. A little bit angrier. That's a joke. It's a lot angrier. You should listen to it when it comes out. I promise you it's gonna be worth it. That's it for today, I believe. Thank you for the questions, and I will be back with another video really soon. I have some things planned for this year, and you will be following me along for that if you want to. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a little something. Whew. I look forward to it, but I'm also kind of scared. But that's good. It's good to do scary things. Now, maybe you're hearing my stomach already, but I'm starting to get hungry. I need to go eat now. I will see y'all very soon again. Please take care. Like this video. Comment. Subscribe. See you soon. Bye. I just